All right, so we filled in this little stack right here. We made one more row there, filling in this pile. That thing is starting to get a good amount of wood stored away right there. All right, so you just saw the amazing Amanda and I finish up stacking that wood over there. We did get a couple more pieces split into the trailer. But again, the nice thing about having and using that trailer is now I just let those splits in there until I get a full load split. If you noticed in the last video, some of those pieces were cut a little too long to fit on the rail of the splitter. So I'm gonna go over there and cut a few of those down to size. Now, I get asked quite a bit if I eyeball my cuts or what I use to like measure out my cuts. And this is not what I use to measure out my cuts. I don't know why because I just sharpened the saw. But anyway, this is what I use to sharpen my saw. This is the 2-in-1 Stihl file system. And it does not work on a skip tooth chain. Thank you very much, Saw Surgeon, for pointing that out last week. But yeah, this is what I use to sharpen my saw. And then what I use to measure my cuts is this little thing that I picked up. I don't even know when I got it. It's called the Woodcutter's Helper. And I'm not sure if these are still available on like Amazon or eBay. I'm not even sure. But anyway, it's magnetic, you know, it sticks to the end of the bar or wherever on the bar you place it. And then it's got this little dial here that you can either put against the end of your log, or if you've made a cut, you can, you know, if you're just making marks going down the log, you make a little cut and you can set this thing in the cut, and then you know. It is adjustable, so you can adjust this thing. You just move these little rubber pieces up or down. The total length of this, I believe, is, yeah, let me get over here. So it's 21 inches long. So when I'm bucking up a log, the nice thing with this is that, you know, this is about the max that I ever want to have my pieces, like 20 to 21 inches. But then I can also use this to cut and buck pieces for the roadside stand or bundles. So you can, it actually is 2 measurements in one, basically. I have seen a lot of devices out there that either fasten to the dogs or on the handle of the saw, like a zip tie. And there's numerous ways to measure out your cuts, and all of those work great. This is just the one that I have, and I've never had a reason to replace it, so that's why I've never gotten a new one or a different one or tried anything else. Because like I said, this thing works great because I can either measure a 16-inch cut that I can use for the roadside stand, or if I see an odd shaped piece, I might say, all right, well, let me get a 20 to 21 inch piece, and then, you know, go from there. All right, let's go get bucking. All right, so here's a tip for you. Always take a good look at your pieces of wood before you make your cut and determine which end you're gonna measure from. If I roll this piece over, if I would have measured from the top here to the center, I'd have some splits that weren't this equal in length. That's one thing I always do is if I'm going through a pile like this, if I'm looking around and making my cuts a little smaller, I'm gonna look at the ends to see which end I want to measure from. That last piece there you saw me cut, I did that, I eyeballed it. So let's see how close I was. Oh, just a little bit off. Yeah, so wasn't that nice? Smashed up my taillight. Good times in the wood yard. So I think that'll do it. Just wanted to show you guys finishing up, stacking that stuff, and now I bucked up all those longer pieces that were too long, made some decent roadside stand and bundle wood. The only thing is now I do have to kind of separate out when I'm splitting into the trailer. I don't want to be splitting my roadside stand and bundle wood in with my boiler wood, because then, you know, I'm gonna have to separate it out sometime. So I may as well separate it out before I split. But there's a few big chunks over there yet to fill up that trailer and stack away for my supply next year. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.